Master.
You what?
Ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet and make noise for Gresh Unleashed.
Let's go! Brock Lesnar on the beast.
What the hell?
Whole new swag with a price on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level got an increase.
I get no bitches.
Bringing content on the daily. Feeling like Gresh Unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. It is your purveyor of mischief, Gresh, once again bringing you the Gresh Unleashed podcast, joined as always by the queen of rebels herself, Suela the Bandit. What's good with your queen rebel?
Hey y'all, it's a good day. I know that. It was hot today though. I will say this though. It was hot. Like that's what I will say. We went to the track today. At my brother's high school where he went to school at. So we went up there. It was me, my mom, and him. We had a little fun. Like we did our little great little jog around the track for a little while. Got some exercise in. So it was pretty great. But I ain't gonna lie though, that sun wore us out. We was like, let's go home. Like going nowhere else for the rest of the day. Like
It felt like the butt crack of hell. That's what it probably felt like. You're like, God damn, this felt like hell. Just
I was
open
like,
his butt cheek
wow.
and just open up and just say, what the hell is going on? But
That doesn't include the fact that I'm already sore. So it's like from days before that, I'm like, man, I'm adding just extra pain, huh? Like, okay.
biofreeze and weed. That is all I will say. Biofreeze.
Oh my God.
That's all you gotta say, right? That's all I will say. And speaking of other things, I'm gonna say shout out to our Patreon backers, patreon.com/scratchdigital. If it wasn't for you guys or without you guys, we wouldn't be able to continue to do this podcast on a weekly basis because, hey, let's be real. Doing a podcast weekly is kind of takes a toll on the brothers' pockets and the brother and sisters' pockets. But you guys help with this immensely. Everything you put into the podcast, everything you put into Patreon, we're trying to grow that Patreon as far as do more exclusive stuff there. But hey, we gotta keep the numbers rolling and keep the numbers rising, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the Patreon. But before we get down to the rundown, hopefully you guys has been checking out the interviews that we drop. I just dropped the last episode of the last interview of this month right here on youtube.com. If you're listening on youtube.com, Gresh Unleashed. There's no hash and there's no slash yet because we have to have a certain amount of subscribers to get a custom URL. So it's Gresh Unleashed on youtube.com. That's where we have all the interviews so far. You can catch up with the interviews I had so far with the likes of BDE, Brandon Does Everything, Deontay, DDJ, Tyler El Guapo of DPW Deadlock Pro Wrestling, independent wrestler Ruthless Lala. She is a joy. She was a just a joy to listen to, even though she is a badass in the ring. But she gives that auntie vibes, and that's what you guys want to check out as well. And then obviously just dropped yesterday. That would be the one I had with the one and only Chris Danger, aka Dinkoffs. They found him because he was kidnapped at the end of DPW. What was it? Showdown in the Carolinas. He was kidnapped, but they finally found him, and he finally made his way to the Unleashed table to give the scoops and everything. How do you join NDA? And then obviously we pulled back the curtain to introduce you to Chris Dinkoffs, one of the biggest YouTubers in the game. Over 1 million subscribers on YouTube and counting. He's heavy in the WWE 2K community. So if you guys want to check out any of these interviews, you can do so over on youtube.com, Gresh Unleashed, or you can just go strictly to gressunleashed.com. That is where you can listen. You can find the home of all where you listen to the podcast. Apple Podcast, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast, that's where you can find all these interviews. Gresh Unleashed. That's what these interviews is all about. But before we continue on with the show, we got to give you a reason why you're here, because I know you're here for something. And the question, and one of the things we are here to talk about is Death Before Dishonor, or should I say after Death Before Dishonor 2022. Should AEW Tony Khan consider turning AEW Dark or Dark Elevation into a ROH weekly show on YouTube until they can find a network to host them? Because even though we've had the what was the first pay-per-view they had under the Tony Khan banner, and then this one, which was the Death Before Dishonor, people are questioning, should they have a weekly show to give us like a reason to care about these pay-per-views? Like, you can't really sell us on pay-per-views that you haven't really built for. So people are asking. I think I saw somewhere someone asked this question, and that was a legit question I feel like we should talk about today. Should AEW consider turning like AEW Dark or AEW Elevation into ROH or ROH weekly show where they build up storylines to build to a pay-per-view? That's something, and I will use a prime example on why I think that might be a success when we get to that. And also, Jonathan Gresham, he apparently requested his release from AEW ROH following rumors of miscommunication between himself and management, cussing out Tony Khan at a point.
Wow.
That's what we're going to talk about, as well as Triple H's first Raw, WWE Raw, as head of creative. Was it a success, or was it pretty much business as usual?
And his birthday today. My bad. But
His
yeah.
birthday is at the time it was yesterday. So happy belated birthday, the King of Kings, Triple H. So much to talk about today. And wow, we might as well start off with the question: should after Death Before Dishonor 2022, should AEW Tony Khan consider turning AEW Dark or Dark Elevation into an ROH weekly show on YouTube until they can find a network to host them? But before I give my example, do you think that should be on the table, if you, from your point of view, if you're trying to build I guess a fan base around this company that, in a way, let's be real, it was kind of falling off after a while?
No, go ahead. You fine. You
After-
said after falling off for a while?
Because remember, ROH at one point was literally just no one really talked about Ring of Honor. It was pretty much
That's true.
WWE, Impact, and NWA for a bit, and then AEW became a thing, and then ROH went way down the pecking order, and then now it's owned by AEW and Tony Khan, or just Tony Khan, because I don't think I think he's keeping them separate. So if put yourself in Tony Khan's shoes, like if you're trying to convince an audience to watch or invest in your brand, do you think, like, if they're not having a network right now, like I don't know what the situation is, it's just speculation at this point, if you want to get people's attention or get off the hype of Death Before Dishonor, because it was a good show, like, I'm not going to lie to you, it was a good show. It had a few matches that were decent, but
I'm so
it was
mad
a
I
good
didn't
show.
get a chance to watch it.
It's cool. It's like, but you should after a while. But I'm just saying, like, it was some stuff on there that it got me a little interested in it. So it's like, now you have to sit there and be like, okay, so what now? Because there's no weekly show. Do you think, since there's no network right now, do you think that YouTube is your best option, since that's pretty much I should say, form of distribution of content?
Yeah. Especially if you don't want to have to pay no money. You know, YouTube is your friend. I'm just saying, like, it'll come in the clutch now. Like, you just don't want to have to pay all that like that. But really, I feel like at least just to see, like, the continuance of it. Like, I think that would be best, to be honest.
Like, if I use an example, like right now, you got DPW, Deadlock Pro Wrestling. They are an independent company, and what they did was, before they started charging people for DPWOnDemand.com for their basically their big shows where they had all the big talents coming out, they started DPW Fire, which was a weekly, or at least every Thursday. They did a volume, like they said, they did like volume 1, volume 2, volume 3. So basically season 1, season 2, season 3, and they recorded a whole bunch of matches and they built it into a show. So they had a Thursday show, then it was like 4 weeks worth of shows, and then they had the first pay-per-view, which was, I believe, I forgot, it's at the tip of my tongue, but they had their first pay-per-view, and they've been doing that ever since. So, and then it's like, but the reason why I say that's a smart move is because DPW Fire is free. It's on YouTube. You can watch it. You can literally watch it right now on youtube.com/ I believe it's Deadlock Pro Wrestling or something like that. You can watch it for free to see, like, okay, is this something I want to part my hard-earned money from? And
True.
then they promote you, or they push you to, hey, check out dpwondemand.com where you can watch everything. You can watch all the Fire episodes. You can watch DPW No Pressure, Believe the Hype, Showdown in the Carolinas. You can watch all these big shows for, I believe the price is like $14. And to be honest with you, the way that they've built their libraries, and these ain't no slouch matches. You've had talents like Davey Richards. You've had talents like Biff Busick, who was in WWE as Oni Lorcan. You had so many people who's in MLW. Like, they're big names if you basically pay attention to it. So it's like, and when it first happened, some people was like, is it really worth $14? But now when they had, if I recommend people check out Showdown in the Carolinas. That was one of the best shows I've ever watched, top to bottom, where I wasn't bored with one match. And they have this slogan where it says, no filler, just killer. So there's like, every match is a killer. Cause
Okay.
so that's what I'm saying. So if to reel it back to ROH, if you're trying to convince me as a viewer who hasn't watched ROH since, really, I'm gonna be real with you. The last time I watched ROH in full was when I believe Eddie Edwards or Davey Richards was ROH champion. And that was like 2011, 12, 13. So it's been a minute since I watched ROH in full. So when you do that, you're like, okay, do I really want to invest in this, or do I want that's what I'm saying. That's how long it's been. So if you're new, you should really consider converting one of the already, because I'm gonna be honest with you, AEW Dark, AEW Elevation, they're pretty much the same thing
Okay.
in a way. So it's like you can really sacrifice one of them shows and just make Dark. You can keep Dark on two. If you want to make ROH, okay, so you could keep Dark Elevation, or just rename Dark Elevation into just Dark on Mondays, and then just have Ring of Honor, I guess ROH TV or Ring of Honor or something on Tuesday, and that way you can show people, because let's be real, a lot of people don't really know a lot of the signed ROH talent outside of your Claudio Castagnoli's and your FTRs, and they're pretty much AEW guys. So it's like, you should use this as a way to introduce people to the likes of the Righteous that you had on there, or Dalton Castle and the Boys. All these people that you have that I've never really seen outside of a select few things. It's like, okay, use this, take that Tuesday slot and turn it into a show where I want to invest my time in. And that's where DPW Fire excelled in my opinion. Some people may agree, some people may not agree. That's the beauty of opinions. Everybody differs. So if you want me to invest in Ring of Honor, I would probably say, hey, you should look into getting a TV deal, or put it on YouTube until you get a TV deal. And if you don't get a TV deal, at least you have it on YouTube where people who've never seen this version of Ring of Honor before can watch it and enjoy it for their own form of investment.
Yep.
Any other thoughts?
That makes sense. Yeah. It's like, but yeah, like, that's the thing. If I'm gonna, if anything, if I'm gonna pay the money, give me the worth. Like, you gotta keep me in tune. Like, you gotta intrigue me even more. I don't want to have to spend my money and then find out, oh well, dang, like, it's a waste. Like, like, come on, like, give me, I'm not the only person that's investing. You gotta, like, you gotta show up. Like,
show up and give me a reason to care, because
right.
if you don't, then what are we doing here?
I'm stopping my membership at this point.
Exactly, because I believe it was somebody on Twitter. It was probably a buddy of mine, Rips. He said the last show ROH pay-per-view ROH did, I only enjoyed the FTR and Briscoe's match, and everything else was pretty much mid to him. And I'm like, that's where the weekly TV needs to be a thing. It's like, give me a reason to give a shit. Because if you don't, then I'm not finna keep spending $39. And I'm pretty sure someone says $39. I thought it was like $40, $50. Hey man, I can't stand Bleacher Report. I make my VPN think I'm in
I
Canada, so I
know,
get
like,
Fight TV. I get Fight TV when I
I
watch.
might have to
WWE.
do that because I
Bleacher
haven't
Report
heard
is
so much
ass.
of Bleacher Report.
Bleacher Report is ass. It's like, dude, when I think it was the last AEW pay-per-view, they was glitching like crazy. I'm like, okay, I need enough of this. So I just use a VPN and I get it on Fight TV, and it's cheaper, and it's like it's easier. Like I watch it live and I put it in full screen. I don't pay attention to the chat because Fight TV chats are toxic and the worst. But I just put it in full screen and I just chat on my Discord, and that's a vibe right there. So I'm not gonna keep dealing with Bleacher Report. And AEW, if you're listening, because I doubt you are, but if you are, don't make it hard for us to use a VPN like WWE Network did. Because when they switched to Peacock, they made it hard for us to switch to VPN so we can get on the OG version of the WWE Network that they got international. So now we stuck with Peacock. So
Yeah.
Jonathan Gresham. Let's talk a little bit about Jonathan Gresham. He requested his release. We have
Gresham.
the other Gresham.
The other Gresham. Yo, this is like the alter ego Gresham.
No, what cracked me up is every time I be tweeting something, people say, I thought you was Jonathan Gresham for real. I'm like, bro, we look nothing alike. How do you?
That's his other friend. Like, that's the other Gresham.
Dead ass would be funny is we are related because I got a big ass family. I would not.
Dude, I don't even want to start.
I got a big
I'm still trying to figure out. No, for it's funny you said that because I think I was looking at something dealing with the NFL the other day, and I think there was this one kid, like I think his name is Marquise Floyd or something like that. I forgot who he played for, but I'm like, y'all just don't know. Like, who knows? We might be. And if we are, I'm not gonna trip about it. Just give me tickets to a free game. Like I ain't even.
Honestly, that's the thing.
I don't want no money. I'm good.
That's the thing about me. If I'm related to somebody,
I'll come visit.
I'm not gonna make a big deal. I'm be like, oh, okay, cool.
Okay, right.
I don't fanboy for nobody. I don't care if I never met
you.
you.
For real, you do that? That's what's up.
If I never met you as a child or had a relationship with you, what I look like just coming up to you be like, hey, we family.
Right.
So man, I don't give a fuck. Get out my face. But I read this report. Former, because you already saw the spoiler. Jonathan Gresham lost the Ring of Honor World Championship. Now former ROH champion Jonathan Gresham has reportedly requested his release from AEW/ROH. According to a report from Sean Ross App at Full, he posted news on Twitter with the promise of a follow-up on the site's paywall Fight for Select, which he did. So Gresham lost, like I said, the ROH World Championship to Claudio Castagnoli in the opening match at Death Before Dishonor on Saturday. After the match, Gresham apparently deleted his Twitter account. And the tweet from Sean Ross App said this, and I quote, Jonathan Gresham asked for his ROH AEW release. There was a conversation that was said to have involved Gresham cussing out Tony Khan. According to SAP's follow-up report, Gresham and AEW and ROH owner Tony Khan had a heated conversation, and Gresham asked for his release before the match. Gresham was said to be upset about lack of communication from the company, a complaint that we should add other AEW wrestlers have echoed recently regarding contract renewals. And the time allotted to the match, which was basically, I believe it was like 11 minutes, as opposed to the 60-minute time limit, or at least 30 minutes. So it was in and out. He even came out, like, side note, Jonathan Gresham he didn't come out in his octopus, like he didn't have his whole get up. He literally came out in a t-shirt and just like he just walked to the ring like, let's just get this over with. That's literally how he was. And to continue with this, after he complained about the time allotted for the match, leading to Gresham reportedly feeling disrespected. The report says Gresham could be done with wrestling. One would think that can change after Gresham cools off. In a good example of foreshadowing, Gresham was interviewed by Wrestle Purist ahead of Death Before Dishonor, where he discussed the communication issue with Tony Khan. From a Fightful a Fightful transcription. He said this, and I quote, "To be honest, I've not really talked to him. I don't know what he thinks about me. I've had very short conversations with him. When I say short, I mean short. So I don't know. I hope I would hope that he values me. I don't know though. So we'll find out in the coming weeks, months, I guess. Instead, it looks like we did find out if Gresham is granted his release and wants to continue wrestling, he should have no problem landing a prominent role somewhere. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I saw this match, because that was the first, I didn't see it this Saturday because I had that family fun day at my old church, where I basically reconnected with
Family
people I
fun
ain't
day.
never talked. I never. It was something. It used to be called Family Fun Day when I was younger, but it probably they renamed it to something I just never cared to ask. But when I was supposed to watch it live that Saturday, but I was like, by the time I got done with that, I was too exhausted. I said, because I was out there in that heat, that devil heat. So I was like, you know what? Let me just watch this tomorrow. So I watched it Sunday, and when I saw Jonathan come out, I was like, yeah, he looks like he's just over this shit. Like I said, yeah. And then when I said that, like, and then don't get me wrong, it was still a great match. Jonathan Gresham is one of the smoothest wrestlers in the game today, but it's like when it was over, I was like, man, that feels like it was it for him. Like I'm glad that Claudio finally won a world title, but it was like for him, I was like,
He
damn,
said he's just over it.
he's over this shit. Like that's literally how it was. Like if you sit back and if you sit down and watch the match from the entrance to final bell, you literally gonna be like, damn, he look over this
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna watch it, and I have a feeling I might watch it tomorrow while I'm at work.
That's what I'm saying. He looked like he felt,
While I'm at work, and I'm gonna watch it, or when I'm heading to it first thing in the
yeah.
morning, I'm just be like, dang.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Wow.
he looked over it. So, but like I said, it was a smooth match. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Like when I look back at that report, let me pull it back up because I accidentally closed it. When he said it was like lack of communication, that's kind of iffy right there. Like, what are you doing, Tony? Like, what's going on, sir? What you doing? Like you need
Man.
to work on it. Like he was the world champion of the company you bought, but I get it. He's not a Tony Khan guy. Let's just be honest. He's not a Tony Khan guy. He's not somebody he pictures as a world champion. If you're Tony Khan, and I'm gonna look at it from his point of view, you want to put the title on Claudio because he's fresh off his WWE run. He's a recognizable face, Cesaro. So it's like, okay, you want to see what he's going to do as world champion in this company. And that leads back to my other question. You might want to put a weekly show on YouTube so you can get people watching your second company because they have no network to watch. Just and do not hide it behind a paywall because ain't nobody finna do that shit. I'm not finna watch it. I'm just letting you know that right now. But it's like he felt disrespected, and I mean, I can't. This is from my point of view. It's just pure speculation. Would I be heated? Probably. I'm a man. When you're passionate about wrestling, you're going to get emotional. Would you cut out? Would I cuss at my own boss? It depends on the circumstance. So it's like,
Yeah, do for real. Now, if
it
my
depends.
boss, if I was in the wrong, I'm not finna do that. Like
Yeah.
I already done dealt with an issue like that before because of a lack of communication. And that's one thing I had to really learn. I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me stop. And then on some accounts, some stuff was my fault. Then on some levels, I did get overbooked so much that I did not say nothing because I felt like it was too much at the time. And I was like, you know what? Let me stop playing so much and be serious because they can let me go at any given time. I'm on thin ice at this point, so I'm not even finna deal. I'm not even finna mess this up. Like, no. Now, if it was somebody else, they're just like one of them bosses where you just like, oh, you know what? I've been waiting for you. Then that's different.
And if you listen to this interview that he did on Russell Pyrrhus, he literally said his communications with him were short. So it could have been just like weeks, months of build up frustration because Tony Khan announced he purchased the company it was like last fall or some shit or something like, or early in the year, and Jonathan Gresham won the title at the first pay-per-view that Tony Khan was producing. And I look at it like this: if you knew he wasn't your guy, you should have had the other guy win.
Right.
Whoever he was facing, it's literally slipping my mind. But you shouldn't have had him win. It would and not waste his time. That's how I look at it. Like, don't waste his time. So he probably felt disrespected, like, you're wasting my time. Like, if you don't want me in on your company or the face of your company, make me drop this title. I will gladly. He literally showed that he would do business because he didn't pull no bullshit and just no show the match, or just like basically sandbags Claudio. He literally just said, he literally walked out there. He said, let's get this over with. And he did business, and he shook his hand and he walked off. It was literally that it. And I think I had a conversation in my Discord, and I'm pretty sure he probably not gonna, my boy probably not gonna be mad that I brought this up. And I believe we was talking about this, and he had said something real, like, that I actually agree with, because I was talking about like Jonathan Gresham was just over this shit. and I believe he had said something about, like, if you look at the way that it felt, it was bound to happen. It was legitimately bound to happen. He basically said something to the likes of, like, they killed the faction that he was leading, because I think he was actually watching Ring of Honor during the dark days, so he knows more about it than me. But he was like, they killed the faction that he was leading. They turned him heel to put him with another faction, to put him with Tully Blanchard's Enterprise. And that's another thing. It's no longer Tully Blanchard Enterprise. It's now the Embassy, because Prince Nana purchased it from Tully Blanchard. So I'm guessing the whole Tully Blanchard thing has just been swept from under him. But they did all this, and then they just said, okay, instead of strapping the rocket behind me, you're going to put it on Claudio. So it's like, I get it from both sides of the spectrum. You're frustrated. You're just frustrated. You feel disrespected. And then on the other hand, you want people to watch your product. That being Tony Khan. You want people to watch it for the recognizable face. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not finna be here and act like I know what's going on behind the scenes. But if he decides to quit wrestling after this, that's a loss. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like there's not other wrestlers that can be like him in the future. It's the thing about wrestling business is, like, it's a cycle. It's a revolving door. There's always someone that is looking to be the best. And if someone quits, it's not really, like, unless you left the memorable mark, like your Ric Flairs or your Stone Colds or your The Rocks or your Batistas and your Undertakers. No one's really gonna be like, oh, I sure do miss this guy. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I wish him well. Hopefully he calms down, he cools off, and really just go from there. Triple H, his first official week as part of WWE's creative, as head of WWE's creative team. Did you even watch Raw?
Yes, I did.
Cool. What did you think about it? Was it?
I
Did
mean,
did it feel the same, or was it like, eh?
For me, it was the but I still liked it because Roman was on the show, and it made it even more fun for me. So I was like, yay, great, yay! But also, I love, like, the chants, especially like when he was getting on Theory. I was just so excited. I said, finally.
Oh, nah. I enjoy, Theory got bitched out for an hour, dog.
Gosh, like, I loved it.
Stern warning delivered by the tribal chief. Oh!
He got popped in the back of his neck like a bitch.
It was amazing. I was like, oh yes, finally somebody. Like,
nah, that man, that man, he gonna be like Red from Friday. He gonna cry in the car. That man cried. He was crying.
Ron was like, your daddy not here no more. So
he like, and then they got a chant. Who's your dad? I'm telling y'all there right now. I'm telling y'all there right now. At SummerSlam, I'm gonna be chanting, "Who's your daddy?" I don't care if nobody joins me. I don't care. I don't care if you join me or not. I'm gonna be sitting there chanting, "Who's your daddy, motherfucker? Who's your daddy? Who's your?" I'm a chant. I'm just saying. Hey, don't say I didn't warn you.
Right.
Say,
you should have been watching Raw. You'll watch that one episode. You'll know why.
But you know, Triple H was in the pen because they started off with this a brawl between Logan Paul and Miz. It literally they did no pyro, they did no cold open, they did no intro. They literally just said
they just did a little intro for WWE. They didn't no intro for Raw.
Yeah, they just said go.
Go ahead and fight.
They was like, yeah, just go. What did you feel about this? I was like, oh, okay, oh shit, here we go.
Yeah, I was like, great.
But the Miz
that's one way to start off. Like,
I'm like, hey, that's how you do it. Like, you just let all hell break loose.
Yeah, like, yes. I mean, the old Raw would have definitely started off like this. So, at least.
Right. And then we got this. After Theory got bitched out, he got.
I was great. Yes.
He got like, man, beat up.
Just sit down.
he got lit up by Drew McIntyre for a bit, and obviously they did the DQ finish into the tag team match player, and I'm like, oh my god, can y'all stop? Can y'all not?
It reminds me of like that one kid that think they dad not gonna get them, but the uncles end up stepping in to get them. So it's like, come on, bro, just let it go. You can get away with that over there, but you ain't gonna do that in this house. Like,
it's like it's hilarious because it literally felt like Theory versus the entire roster.
Yes,
it was
like, everybody can't stand him. Like, they're just so tired of him. Like, I'm like, come on, man, catch the hint.
It was like, yeah, let's just light this man up.
Right.
Let's just light this man up right quick so we can just let him know that we don't fuck with him like that.
When I tell you, I had a lot of laughs. I just laughed the whole show.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I enjoyed the hell out of this. Like I was just being an asshole the entire time. I'm like, yeah, this is my shit.
I think I kind of slick finished Doudrop and
Doudrop and Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, I think so. I don't. Yeah, I think I forgot who won.
It was Alexa Bliss. It was they were trying to forget. They was like, let's forget that 24/7 segment happened last week. That's literally what it was. They were like, let's not talk about that ever again. It was like, yeah, let's stop. Like, don't worry about it. Don't bring it up no more.
Don't bring it up no more.
Don't bring it up no more. Like, don't bring it up.
The rest of the day, don't. The rest of the day and the rest of the night, don't bring this up ever again.
They did this a little bit. Street Profits. I'm guessing we're supposed to carry. Yep, it's Jeff Jarrett. Slapnuts. Double J. Jeff Jarrett. A wild Slapnuts appears. So he's going to be the special guest referee because they're in Nashville. I mean, if it's the same match that they do at Money in the Bank, I'm all for it. That's all I'm saying. Just go crazy. No shenanigans. Just let them go crazy. That's all I'm saying. Then we got the tag team match. It was Rey Mysterio celebrating Rey Mysterio's 20th anniversary. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit, but this match was basically a feel good moment. And I ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna lie to you. They made Finn look like a goof.
Yeah.
With that chair. I'm like, man, you look like a goof. Like, bro. You know how this goes.
Come on now. Y'all can't touch Mysterio. Don't play.
I'm like, come on now. But he looked like a goof. But then they made up for it though in the backstage because Rhea Ripley and punked out Dominic. like goddamn, bro, you getting
like wow.
Like first off, Aaliyah, she dated Buddy Murphy. In real life, Rhea Ripley date Buddy Matthews, same guy. So she popped it. She
plotted. she been plotting.
She stole your man and pie faced your ass. Come on, girl. If that I ain't gonna lie to you. I promise you, I ain't gonna lie to you. If that was me, I'm gonna let that shit happen to me though. I wouldn't let that shit. I wouldn't let that shit fly. Your brother, your brother
Ain't
got
no way.
embarrassed. She stole your man and pie faced you. Aaliyah, sweetheart.
And then she kicked your dad.
Aaliyah, sweetheart. I wouldn't let that happen to me though.
I'm telling you.
Just saying.
Then like you like she kicked your daddy in the arm.
She kicked their
She
ass.
kicked Ray. Like
Rhea is
you
Poppy.
know what? Like
Rhea is Poppy.
I got you.
Rhea is Poppy.
Hey.
That's
Rhea
what she
is
said.
turning up. Like
She said,
I'm gonna need them to do something with that. Like I need them to go ahead and hash that out in the ring. I'm gonna need Aaliyah to start training so her and Rhea can go at it. Cause this is right now, this ain't a good look.
that was disrespectful.
This is sad. Like
She disrespected
this is
your ass.
very sad. In front of your face.
In front of your
Not behind your
family,
back, in
dog.
front of your family, in front of everybody. This is worldwide, so everybody know. Like,
Damn, girl.
and if they
come
want to
on.
go back and replay it, it can be replayed. Like, come on, you chick, please wake up, handle that.
Oh my god, you home. And then I think we got to the part of Raw where it kind of felt like, okay, this is the part where I tune out. We got a random tag team
Oh
match.
yeah,
Alpha Academy versus AJ Styles and Dolph Ziggler.
Damn.
Happy belated birthday to Dolph Ziggler, by the way.
yeah. Happy birthday.
And then we got whatever this was. Impulsive TV. No one can
I didn't
convince
even
me.
really watch this.
No one can convince me that Logan Paul is supposed to be the babyface. People, for whatever reason, fans just do not like Logan Paul. Like it, just have him be a heel, bro.
Exactly.
He the wrong person to try to be a babyface. Name of his show is Impulsive TV. That's an asshole trait. That's not I want to cheer you. That I want to boo you.
you just told on yourself.
Come on, man.
Like you let me know everything you stand for already.
Exactly. And then we got the main event, which was the 6-man tag team match, was the Street Profits and Riddle versus the Bloodline. The ooses with the juices. What did you think about this main event?
It was okay.
It felt like you just seen it before already.
Yeah. Especially if they put Riddle in the mix. It's like, yeah. Now there is one clip that I saw like when I was on Instagram the other day, and this guy put up, he said, get you a cousin like Roman, because of the fact that Angelo Dawkins like hit one of the Usos. I guess he put him like over the barricade, or
they hit him with the pow.
And then Roman came around and like ended up popping him. So they was like, yeah.
So you can know what a move.
Get you a real cousin.
So
Don't
you
play.
can know so we can keep you in the know what the move is. It is called the Pounce, that was created by Monty Brown. If you know, you know. All I would say is search Monty Brown Pounce, and when you hear this man talk and do the move, you're gonna be like, I understand now. Keith Lee does it.
Yeah.
Willow Nightingale does it.
Keith Lee
Angelo Dawkins does it. That's what I'm saying. When you hear him, you're gonna hear this man say the Pounce. you gonna be like, okay, this man should have been a bigger deal. But hey, he did the respectful thing. His sister, something happened with he had a family reason why he retired, and he's kept his word. He raised his nieces and nephews. So respect to Monty Brown. We miss you, big fella. We miss you.
Yeah, that's smart. Did you hear that knee?
That knee from Bobby.
Yes.
Ooh, that knee
was nasty.
I said, God damn, that man seeing triplets.
Just hearing it alone, I was like, oh my God. Like, did anybody else hear that? Or was that just me?
Nah, everybody
And
heard
then
that.
we ended up replaying it. Like I ended up watching it with my mama, and then all of a sudden my brother ended up coming in, and then we rolled it back for him. He was like,
Damn.
"We like, wait a minute." I said, "Bro," I said the same thing. I felt that junk in here, and it's like I know my forehead ain't the greatest, but my God, like that hurt. I know that hurt. I was just like this, like. It's like, Bobby, come on, bro. That don't hurt your head. Like, it hurt mine.
It hurt mine.
I feel that junk all over here. Like, come on.
And then to wrap up Triple H's first Raw as head of creative, we saw Seth freaking Rollins light up Riddle with back-to-back stumps.
Outfit, man.
And did you see on Twitter someone synced up Michael Jackson? I want to rock.
No.
Yo,
stop that junk.
Yo, they synced it up perfectly. I'm like, make you feel that beat.
Oh my God. I'm done. Yeah, I'm wrong for that.
That man got the perfect,
And he
perfect
got
fit.
the perfect outfit though for it.
He got the glitter for he got the glitter for Billie Jean. That's his Billie Jean outfit. Billie Jean.
Yeah, he got it. He got the whole outfit.
But apparently this was a way to, I guess, to continue the story, because apparently the match is postponed from Sunday.
Wow.
At WWE on their website said, as first reported on WWE's The Bump, Seth freaking Rollins injured Riddle with a vicious attack on Raw that resulted in a, what the fuck is this word? Brachial plexus injury?
It might be
a stinger.
You know, it would be kind of cool though if we had like one of them hard words to put on the air and just like put the word along, like y'all figure that out. Try to pronounce that.
As a matter of fucking fact, how about we do that? Y'all try to pronounce this right quick. I'm gonna put it up because I'm trying to figure this out. Brachial plexus.
Yeah, like let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about this word. What the fuck does that mean?
Brachial plexus. If I said that right, I think it's brachial plexus.
What the fuck is that? I ain't
know.
a doctor. I don't know this shit. They just saying all these words. I ain't know this shit. I'm thinking he's saying branchial. I'm like branchial cucamongo.
So
it's a stinger.
Brachial plexus is a network of nerves in the shoulder that carries movement and sensory signals from the spinal cord to the arms and hands. Brachial plexus injuries typically stem from trauma to the neck and can cause pain, weakness, and numbness in the arm and hand. Basically,
so a stinger.
Something like that.
So a stinger.
Something like that.
Just say a fucking stinger. Saying all these big ass words.
Cause pain. Yeah, pain. It causes pain, weakness, and numbness in your arm and your head. It's trauma on the neck. Basically,
they say it causes weakness, and as of now, Riddle's medically disqualified until full strength returns. Due to this injury, Riddle's match against the Visionary at SummerSlam has been postponed. Go ahead and add Seth to the main event though, because I'm really trying to avoid seeing the last time ever, because I'm tired of seeing him at all. Roman even went on the news and said, I'm tired of facing this man. So
like Roman said, he was on what, the Today Show today?
Yeah, he said, I'm over this shit.
See, that's messed up. I'm so sorry, Tribal Chief. That's so disrespectful. Like, I'm supposed to be watching this stuff. This is rude. Like,
he said, I'm over this shit. I was so
tired. I was like, dang, I forgot. Yeah, like he was on the Today Show today. I didn't get the message till the last minute.
He said, I'm over watching this. He said, I'm over fighting this man. We are too. We're tired of seeing you fight him.
We're so tired too. Like, I was tired when he got back. I was like, like as soon as that music hit, dang, man. Like, didn't we just get done fighting? Like, you want some more? Like, God. Ain't you tired of fighting me? I know you tired of fighting me. I'm tired of fighting me. Like,
I'm tired of seeing you.
This is too much.
But to wrap up this, final thoughts on Triple H's first Raw as head of creative. It's a good start.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't bored. Was it a good episode? It was decent. It was solid, but I didn't fall asleep, which shocked the hell out of me. So that's a plus for y'all. Because normally these long 3 hours of Raw is just a chore to watch. I'm sorry. It is a chore.
It's a lot.
For no reason.
It's a lot to take in.
But
he did great. Like, his birthday was today. He turned 53, so he did pretty good. Like, I give him that. I give your props. You did pretty good for sure.
It's that type of thing where it's like it's gonna take time. So hopefully, as time progresses,
I just want him to build and keep just get better and better and better with it. Right. That's all I ask. It started off great. Now let's build on that.
Before we step back into this week in wrestling, did you catch what CM Punk said about? I guess he finally responded to Sasha Banks and Naomi walking out. Because a lot of people have been thinking, like, with Triple H and Stephanie in charge, you think they'll try to repair that fracture. But this is what Punk had to say about that.
Like this, oh boy, people are going to be real fucking mad about this, but fuck it. Mercedes and Trinity leave, and they announce on Smackdown that, gosh darn, we're so disappointed in them, and they really let our fans down. Brock splits, comes back, obviously. I think he worked the show. But where's Michael Cole saying, man, Brock Lesnar really let these fans down? I walked out. They went on TV and they called me a quitter. What's changed? What's the difference? You're going to attack these two fucking poor women who've just kind of had enough and they walk? You got bigger balls than everybody there. So what's changed? There's nothing much that's changed, and there's people that talk about it, and there's people that do it, and the people who lick the boots and had the audacity to go on live television and say that about those two women, fucking cowards and bootlickers. That shit's ridiculous. Why didn't they do it for Brock? They did it for me. I don't know. It's none of my business.
Man, say it's none of my business and drunk his tea.
He sure did.
But before we move on, Jade Cargill. We saw Jade Cargill spotting. We got to acknowledge the queen in the background. But I'm gonna be honest with you, because we talked about Brock walking out on last week. I mean, he's not wrong.
No,
y'all basically put it under the rug when he had a little fit allegedly, and then came back and finished the show. Because when you watch that episode of SmackDown and up until the main event, it felt like Brock was just not going to be there.
Yep,
that's what it felt like. The current MO for WWE is to promote the hell out of their biggest attractions. When Brock reportedly left, he was like it felt like he was just not going to be there. And then he just came out as a surprise at the end. That was a genuine question for me too. I was like, so where's his PSA? Where's his Brock Lesnar, blah blah blah, this, that, and the third, like y'all did with them? Where was his whole PSA spiel? Where was Brock Lesnar let the WWE fans down, let the WWE universe down? He let us all down. Like, where was that? But I'm pretty sure people are going to be pissed because it's CM Punk. And yeah, they called him out for him when he walked. He was fucking tired too. He was just like, he walked out. What do you like? He didn't lie.
No.
It's kind of the same situation with Monique. A lot of times, Monique, a lot of people don't like Monique now. So whenever she gives like life advice, people are like, why is she doing this, that, and third? Sometimes Monique's message is right, but she's not the person to deliver it because a lot of people just don't like her. And I'm gonna be honest with you, CM Punk's message was right. He's just not the person, and I'm gonna be honest with you. He's just not the person to deliver it, because you're gonna have people with receipts saying, "But you quit." They dogged you out. They dogged out Stone Cold Steve Austin in 02 when he walked out. So it's like, it's a double-edged sword to comment on that. And before anybody say, "Oh, well, he didn't have to say nothing," if I'm me, the interviewer, I've had all these interviews recently. If I'm asking you a question, you can literally tell me no comment. If I ask you, you're going to answer, because you're like, okay, you asked me the question. I'm not finna just not respond. Like,
but I ain't gonna lie to you either.
I ain't gonna lie to you either. So
that's where that no comment come in. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's for.
I'm good at no comment. Like I'm not nobody.
Don't keep pushing it, right?
I'm like, yeah, no comment.
All right.
And I move on. But he didn't lie. He was just a person that was just like, okay, you're not the person to say it. That's just, and speaking of people not saying it, we might as well stick with people who need to get off social media. Tony Khan, he snapped on, I guess, Busted Open Radio about people on social media. Let's listen to this.
And I see also these magical narratives. Somebody may have seen this post, and it was from like an AEW fan. So I love the fans. But I'd go back and question some of these facts, okay? Here's a post I saw. We're 4 weeks from All Out. Okay, well, that's not true. Immediately, like, okay, we're 6.5 weeks from All Out. So, okay, so I'm taking this a grain of salt with this person's comments right off the bat. We're 4 weeks from All Out. We don't know all the matches for All Out. We don't know the matches. They haven't gotten into the card. At this time last year, 4 weeks out, we knew everything. Okay, well, first of all, again, we're 6.5 weeks out. We're not 4 weeks out. And no, we did not know any of it at this time last year. And furthermore, the first dance was on August 20th. It was less than 2 weeks before the pay-per-view when CM Punk came in. The week before that was the Kenny Omega Christian match. That was August 13th that set up their match at the pay-per-view. The Lucha Brothers Jurassic Express match was on the third episode of Rampage on August 27th, like 9 days before the pay-per-view. So, like, most of the biggest matches were getting set up in the final weeks because a lot of stuff was changing. Punk was coming in, and we were getting set for the arrivals of Danielson and Cole. A lot of the stuff leading into All Out happened in the final weeks. And honestly, I don't know how people are remembering it so differently, but
Tony. I get that you want to be for the people, but some shit just doesn't need a response. Come on. You 5? Are you new to the social media thing? Bro, I know All Out is 6 weeks away. A majority of these fans know All Out is 6 weeks away. You pay too much attention to the trolls. And for what? Truly. Truly. I got to pull this back up. Are you okay, Tony? Are you okay? Seriously. Like, bro, you don't have to respond. Everyone's opinion is an opinion, whether it's factual or not. You just let them be. The one thing, I don't praise WWE on a lot of stuff, but the one thing I praise their higher ups is the lack of responding to social media.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't hear Stephanie McMahon responding to all the trolls. You don't hear Triple H responding to all the trolls. When Vince McMahon was in power, you didn't see Vince McMahon respond to all the trolls. You know what they did? They just stuck to their product and what people enjoyed. You pay attention to the people who enjoyed it, and the people who didn't, you just let that noise go over there. If you know that they are not telling the truth, why should you give a shit?
All right.
You don't have to explain stuff to all these people. That's what you get for being so obsessed with the hardcore fans' point of view. They are fickle as fuck. They truly are. Stop paying attention to these marks. And I don't even like to use that term because that's an insider term, even though it's fucking all over my podcast. But stop paying attention to these people who create their own narrative of your product. If you feel confident and convenient behind your product, if you love what you put out, focus on that and focus on the positivity of that. Ignore all the bullshit. It's literally that. It's that simple. A lot of people don't like what I put out. A lot of people probably don't even like my podcast. They probably think I sound too black. They probably think I sound too ratchet. They probably think I sound too ignorant. That's their prerogative. I don't give a fuck because I go straight to sleep. I put this podcast out with one of my childhood friends, and we just do what we do. We talk about the shit that we like.
Yep.
But you don't see me out here talking about like, oh, if someone, I doubt. I'm pretty sure nobody knows who I am. But even if we get to the point where we have millions of listeners at one point, you're not going to see me out here acknowledging the haters. That's not my business.
I'm gonna say hey though.
I'm saying hey hater.
Hey,
Hi hater.
yeah, move on.
Hey, how's it going? So it's not. No, man. Like, bro, just let that shit calm down. Focus on your product. Focus on All Out. Focus on building to All Out, and let's just let the show roll. Like, at some point, he needs PR help. I'm sorry, he needs PR help. Like, bro, come on. Like, that's common fucking sense. It truly is. It really is.
Or get you an assistant.
Something.
Somebody
shit.
who ain't gonna deal with all that. Like, they'll just be like, okay, well, you know,
don't worry about it.
Weeks away. Don't worry about all this right now. Focus on what we got to do. That's it. I'll handle that. That's my job. You don't worry about this.
That's it. That's all you gotta do. It's literally not that hard. Moving back to this week in wrestling, let's talk a little bit about NXT. Did you catch that this week?
Yes, I caught NXT.
What did you think about it overall?
Honestly, I did appreciate the fact that, you know, Toxic Attraction, they just had me laughing, especially with what's her name, Zoe Stark. Did I say it right?
Yeah, Zoe Stark. She's the baby face in this situation.
Yeah, I need her to get the belt.
I ain't gonna lie. Does Zoe Stark look 40 to you, or is it just me?
No, it's not just you. She do look older to me.
Like, she look kind of old to me. Like, no disrespect, but yeah, she look. I'm like, damn.
I'm like, oh wow.
When I saw her come out, I'm like, man, who's grandma?
No.
I'm sorry. That was literally my first thought. I was like, wait, who's? And then I was like, oh shit, she's a wrestler. My bad. You know, but now they're obviously building to NXT Heatwave. That's the next, I guess, special edition of NXT, and it's going to be Mandy Rose versus Zoe Stark for the NXT Women's Championship. And speaking of Mandy Rose, she says she's the 4th longest reigning NXT Women's Champion. I ain't gonna lie to you. As of, I believe, Wednesday, yeah. She's the 4th longest reigning NXT Women's Champion, and part of me is like, all of me is like, I do not remember not an match, an feud from this woman's reign.
That's why I'm like, I ain't know that.
When she said that shit, I was like, well, damn, all right, okay, that is a choice. That's all I can say. I was like, so, anyway.
Oh, well.
But next up, they had a match with between Grayson Waller and Wesley. What you think about this one?
That's just how I feel about it right now.
Like
yeah,
it is what it is. Basically, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I can't be the only one who thinks Grayson Waller looks like Stephen Amell with a bad tan. Stephen Amell from Arrow.
That's why I put my head down.
Like this man, look at this dude. He looks like Stephen Amell with a bad tan. And when they had him cut a promo backstage, I'm like, bro, why you look like Stephen Amell? That's not an insult.
I did want the other guy to win though.
Oh, Wesley?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, obviously they got a build.
I wanted him to get this win, but yeah, like you getting right where I was finna say. So they got a bill. Yeah.
Trick Williams, man, that man went all this get up in this heat. Like, bro, you bold. Bro, you is bold. I tell you that you is bold. Like that man wearing a hoodie with some sweatpants and a raincoat, a trench coat with a hat and some boxing gloves. Like, dog, come on now. I know you hot. I know you hot, dog.
I know you.
I know you. I know he cooking. He gotta be cooking. I'm like, bro, come on. You gotta be cooking. Obviously, in the next match, that's gonna be a match they're gonna get on down the road. But obviously, in the next match, you had Apollo Crews versus Zion Quinn.
Yeah.
I'm glad Apollo won. That's all I can say. It's like I want to get invested in Zion Quinn, but it's like this man's a loser.
That's why I was like,
it goes right back to
something?
it goes right back
That
to my
ain't
beef with
That
Eddie
ain't it.
Kingston losing. It goes right back to my beef with Eddie Kingston losing to Chris Jericho. It's like, bro, I want to get invested in you, but your ass keep losing. Like, damn.
How you lose?
You keep losing at that. Like, come on, dog.
It's one thing to lose, but when you just keep
losing after a while,
at least get one win, but you just your losing is just constant. Now I take it back. It's consistent losing.
It's consistent.
How does this happen? Like,
you're consistently losing.
come on.
You're being hey, I could give Shawn Michaels credit. He got consistency because this man is losing consistently. Like, dog. Bruh. Bruh.
Oh man.
Like, bruh. You sure? You losing consistently.
Like, I need some help here.
I ain't get it.
He got to do something. He got to redeem himself.
Ain't no redeeming that. He lost. No. You got too much hope. You got too much faith. Nah. You got too much faith. Nope. Nope.
He just gave up at this point.
I gave up.
I can't do this no more. I've invested enough. Like, I am done.
I am done with your ass.
I'm done. Like,
I am done with your ass.
Can't.
That's all I'm saying. Like, bro,
I'm parting ways.
We are officially parting ways with Karen about young Zion Quinn. My brother, you keep losing, dog.
Oh my gosh.
No sir. Then we get the next match, which was, what's her name? Zoe Stark defeating Gigi Dolan of Toxic Attraction. So they're building it up for her to face Mandy Rose, obviously, and she lost, obviously, because they tried to get outside interference and all that stuff. So they're building up to this, which is, I'm guessing that's going to be the match at NXT Heatwave, and obviously Cora Jade is still mad. So
yeah, hit her with a kendo stick.
My boy Third Strike pouring this out on Twitter. He said, "Why is it every time somebody in NXT turns heel, they always start wearing all black?"
I mean, the good question.
When Io Shirai turned heel first, she started wearing all black. When Dakota Kai turned heel, she started wearing all black. It's like, y'all just you think it's not hard for us to determine if someone's a heel without them wearing all black? We know how we can tell them apart.
We know you're a heel, right? Like, just
Becky Lynch is a prime example,
right?
She wears all these out of pocket attires,
right? She don't always come out with all black. She always got on like different stuff.
It's different styles, so it's like, okay, we get it. Obviously, this was set up to bring out Roxanne Perez because they're apparently vacating the NXT. They should have just kept the NXT women's titles in the trash. I'm just gonna be honest with you, but they obviously want to keep them around. So it's going to be a fatal four-way. Is going to be, I believe, Casey Catanzaro or what's her name? What's that? Katana Chance. I'm sorry, Katana Chance and Kaden Carter Toxic Attraction, and 2 other teams in a fatal 4-way match on next week to crown new NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. And I'm be honest with you, if you was going to do this, you should have just kept the title on Toxic Attraction. If you're going to do all this. I just stopped trying. I stopped trying to make sense about certain things because I'm like, it's gonna give me a headache for no reason. It's truly. And speaking of heads, next up we got big ass head JD McDonough. That big ass head motherfucker. Now I know some people are like, why y'all these jokes about JD McDonough? His body is growing into his head. I don't care. I'm still gonna get these jokes. I'm gonna get these jokes off.
Who said that?
I'm gonna get these jokes out, man. This is Hammerhead from Spider-Man.
Yo, I'm done.
This is that. Remember that? You know that Airhead commercial?
Yes, that's why I said that.
Yeah. This is the Airhead commercial, man. Come on,
my
God. Come on
God.
now. We're gonna get these jokes off. Like, hey, I don't care if they lame now. They not lame to me. I'm laughing. I'm laughing. You don't gotta laugh. I'm laughing. Ha 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 ha. I'm laughing. Big ass head.
He gonna never stop messing with this man. Like,
nope. I'm gonna get these jokes off. Nope.
Oh my goodness. That promo though.
Oh,
that promo tripped me out. And I was like, he done made you bleed. You might as well
did you the promo that he did before Braun Breaker came out, did you find that kind of boring?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. It's like, I understand that he's calm and I understand what the story they're trying to tell. But I think the silence kind of bored me. I'm like, why is it so? I mean, it was an eerie type of silence. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, it's like, am I supposed to? All right.
Oh, you know what happens when you do bare knuckle boxing? I even know what happens when you do.
But he basically called Wade Barrett old. He said, "Bro, you old."
He really did. He called him old to his face. Like, come on,
like, bro, you old.
If you wanted to call the man old, just say that. Like, you ain't gotta try to like use like bare knuckles as a metaphor. We get it. Like bro, it's fine. We know that. Like, it's okay.
It's all right. I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of funny though. We like, bro, you old, my G, you old. I'm so damn old. Obviously, yeah, Braun Breaker came out and he survived a headbutt from JD McDonough for some reason. Like, the dude did not. Like, you got a strong,
right?
You got a strong chest and jaw, cause bro, that would have sent me to the shadow realm, and I wouldn't have came back.
The shadow realm.
Like, I would have been. Well, I would have been a ghost of Christmas past, present, and future, because I would have been stuck.
When I saw him come out, I said, "Man, just let this go."
But buddy,
at this point, you finna get dealt with.
Like buddy.
I said, if he ain't bleeding, something up. Man, he ended up bleeding. I was like, see,
that man will bleed.
He made you bleed, bruh.
He made you bleed, bruh.
Like, you got your answer. Like,
you got your answer. You got your ass whooped
too. You already got beat up already, but you gonna get beat up again. Like,
you got your answer and your ass whooped, bro. Like
that's enough.
That's enough right there. That's enough right there, big dog. That's enough right there. And then we got this match right here. Andre Chase losing to Giovanni Vinci. I mean, it was a solid match. It was what it was. I didn't hate it, if that makes sense. But
I didn't even catch it to the end because I had to go right back. Okay, yeah, I had to go outside and like get food and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't hate it, but it was like, okay, it was a cool, like, I guess, transition match.
Okay.
And then we got my next problem with NXT. Does every heel female need a Mean Girls gimmick?
No.
Because Ariana Grace
And
was trying to
yeah,
bully Indy Hartwell for some reason, and I'm like, don't we got this in Toxic Attraction?
right. We do.
Don't we got this in Cora Jade now? Like, do everybody have to be from a reenactment of Mean Girls starring Lizzie Lohan?
Like,
I
come
was just
on.
over. Indy Hartwell won this match for those of you who actually care. It was a match. It was what it was. And then we got the main event. It was basically gang warfare, Diamond Mine versus the D'Angelo family. And I ain't gonna lie, I enjoyed the hell out of this match because 8 men just beating the shit out of each other. I'm here for that. And then obviously in the end, Tony D'Angelo defeated one of the Creed brothers to pick up the win for his team. I'm all interested in what they're going to do with the D'Angelo family. Like, are they going to bring back Santos Escobar to reunite Legado del Fantasma, or are they going to accept their roles within the D'Angelo family and turn on Santos Escobar? I'm cool with either way. But NXT, it was really NXT.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, I liked it. It was all right.
It was basically it was what it was. And then we might as well talk about the show that we just watched at the time of this recording, AEW Dynamite. Boom, boom, light the fuse. What did you think about the overall show before we give a full, like, our own
I was
breakdown of
okay.
everything? You didn't hate it?
Nah. The only thing I will say this: there's only certain snippets that I didn't like, but other than that, overall, I didn't hate it.
Okay, because it didn't. It was. I think the only thing we probably dislike the same thing. Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti.
Well, yeah,
and
Christian Cage.
Christian, yeah. It's certain thing. Christian Cage, I can tolerate him because he's a heel, but it's just every time I see Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti on my TV, I just like, can I just turn this? Can I just turn this off? Because it's not heel heat if I don't give a shit to see you at all. Like, I don't want to see them at all. Like, if I can go one episode without just seeing them at all, and then they attach them to one of the factions that's going to be featured prominently on Dynamite in the Jericho Appreciation Society, I'm like, God damn it, I gotta see y'all more. Okay. Because when we get to that match, don't ask me what happened, because it was literally a match that I did not care about at all. And I'm like, okay, this is definitely a thing that is going down. I said, are you I was like, y'all enjoying this? No, me neither. Cool. That's literally me on Twitter. I was like, cool. But we started off with the AEW Interim Worlds Championship match between Roosh, even though it's spelled Rush, versus John Moxley. What did you think about this match?
I liked it.
Like, did you see Roosh biting this man's head off?
Yes.
Like, I said, bro, I like, sir, this is a Wendy's. Like, what are you doing? Why are you biting? Like, you biting and licking this man's blood? This is a Wendy's. What, sir?
Wendy's.
Sir, like, what's going on? This is a McDonald's. Like, this ain't Burger King. You can't have it your way. No. What are you doing, sir? Like, I was looking at this man like, are you okay? Are you okay?
Like, dang,
sir, are you okay?
Okay, that's what we do.
He
buying people.
He was hangry.
That
man, but I actually enjoyed it, man. Like, it was a good match. Like, for what it was, I actually enjoyed this match. It was because I initially watched this because I know I said I was gonna take a break from Dynamite, and I'm probably gonna do it at some point because I am kind of because last week kind of did take me out a little bit. But the only reason why I watched it because Bryan Danielson came back. I was like, I'm only watching this for Bryan. I'm only.
and
like I said,
that match too.
Oh, the main event. Oh yeah, we'll talk about that. But I enjoyed this match for what it was. Like I said, it was that was heat. And I was like, yeah, keep this shit going. And then, oh my God, Judas started playing. I'm like, no. Oh God, no. Oh God, no. 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 That's literally all I can say was no. So I'm guessing they're building to Jericho versus Moxley for the AEW Interim World Championship at what they call the special? AEW Quake at the
AEW
Lake.
something. Yeah.
AEW Quake at the Lake. Who the fuck came up with that name?
Yeah.
Like, we need to have a conversation.
Quake at the lake.
Quake. And then when I saw Anna Jay come on, I said, bro, just go ahead and get rid of Dark Order at this point. Because it's like, what, maybe 2 people left? 3 people? Give or take. I'm like, just go ahead and end the group. Because they're just there at this point. Everybody leaving their group.
That's so funny. I swear. Hilarious.
They finally announced the AEW Trios titles. Finally. What's your thoughts on this? Like, do you think this is just another title, or do you think they're going to? Because for one thing, I've noticed that they've consistently had trios matches.
Well, yeah, they have. I was just about to say that, but yeah, they have had a bunch of trios matches. So basically, yes, please do.
Just give them a reason to give us a reason to care about these trios matches.
Do it. Just go ahead and do it.
Who do you think will be the first champions? I'm thinking because they were teasing Hangman and the Young Bucks possibly reunite. You think they're gonna bring them back together and have them win, or you think it's gonna be somebody else?
It could be that. It could be what's that crew called? Is it the Best Friends or something?
Best Friends, Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta, and damn, his name is slipping my mind. Chuck Taylor. So those 3, the Best Friends. But yeah, we got them things look kind of clean though. I ain't gonna lie. These belts. You know what these belts remind me of? If you look at the old WCW tag team, the WCW tag team belt, or the old WCW WCW World Championship. The old World Championship. That was the one that they used in the 80s. That was before.
How they make them things though, for real. I be trying to figure. Is it real solid gold?
It is. It's not real solid, but it's like metal.
Okay.
Because my belt is metal. Like it's like a metal plastic type joint.
Okay.
Like it's not actual metal, but it feels like metal. So that's what I'm saying. The belt, my big gold belt feels exactly like a real belt. So that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure they use where if you knock on it, it sounds like I'm knocking on glass.
Okay.
But it's not as
like if you get the replica, it's heavy, but it doesn't feel as heavy as the actual one.
Nah. This belt back here behind my shoulder, it feels like the actual heavy one. So that's what I'm like.
That makes sense.
That was, but to get back, but to let's rewind a little bit when they built to Chris Jericho versus Mox. John Moxley said something in the lines of he doesn't want to face Le Champion or whatever. He wants to face the Lionheart Chris Jericho. Can someone tell Moxley that this man ain't been Lionheart since he had long hair the first time in 2001? This man Chris Jericho still like a baby mama with a 6-pack.
Lord.
So I don't know how that's gonna work. You'll get you'll probably get Y2J. You ain't getting no Lionheart. You ain't getting no Lionheart, bro. You ain't getting no Lionheart.
Y2J though.
I don't know what to tell you. And then we get this match right up next, which was the FTW Championship Open Challenge Absolute Ricky Starks versus Danhausen. It was basically a squash match. It started off like a WWE 2K match where they taunt each other and then they fight a little bit, and then Ricky hit the spear for the 1, 2, 3, and then Ricky got a little bit ahead of himself, and he issued a second open challenge, and they sent out this man. They sent out Hook to challenge for the FTW heavyweight championship of the world, the same title that his father actually created, which was like, it was basically inevitable at some point. Like, this man was over, is over. I wouldn't even say was. This man is over as hell. It's crazy. But your boy Hook forced this man to tap out and is your new FTW champion. Did you hear that pop that man got? I feel like it was the loudest pop of the night, if you ask me. That thing was loud.
It was.
I ain't gonna lie. I was like, yo, this is it. And then after the match, you had Ricky cut a promo, literally a promo of a lifetime. This man poured his heart out, and I ain't gonna cap. I was happy for it. I truly was. To avoid getting copyright, I'm gonna let you guys hear what this man said, because my words won't do this man justice. Not at all. So I'm gonna let you guys hear this for one split second. But what did you think about this promo though? Like that he cut. Did you enjoy it?
It was cool.
Let's hear what this man had to say.
I deserve to be here and talk to all y'all for more than 40 seconds. I deserve that. That's me. And there's people back there who tell me, hey, be patient. Wait your turn. The time is gonna come. I don't want to hear that no more. My time was last month. My time was last year. My goddamn time is right now. And I deserve to be here and talk to all y'all for more than 40 seconds.
His time is right fucking now.
Yeah, like she's just like trying to let everybody know, like, hey, like.
But did you hear that bar that this man said? This man said a bar. That man said a bar. I'm gonna read y'all this bar though. This was a fucking bar. He said, I was given that title and people thought it was a noose, and I turned it into a tie. That's a fucking bar.
Yeah,
That's
it
a
is.
bar.
It is.
That man gave y'all a bar. He gave y'all a bar. He said, yo, I'm finna cut the promo of a lifetime. I'm finna give y'all a bar. And then our boy Powerhouse Hobbs had to go break our hearts. They had to go split up my favorite duo. Man, y'all can suck my balls.
I was like, this is great.
I'm like,
well,
y'all really gonna make me choose?
Let's get on with it then.
Like, y'all really gonna make me choose, dog? Come on, dog. Come on, man. I was rocking with Ricky and Hobbs as a tag team, but if this is gonna skyrocket Ricky Starks to that main event babyface, don't change him.
Yep.
Let him still be himself.
Uh-huh.
Yo, get this man the TNT title, get this man the world title, get this man every title you can think of. Just give it to him.
Huh?
That's all I'm saying. But they're building up to Ricky versus Hobbs, and I hope they have fun. But I'm like, I hate to see brothers fight, but hey, we gotta. Man, that crushed my soul. And you probably be like, oh, you're getting worked. Well, I am not okay. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Powerhouse Hobbs broke my heart. He broke my soul. And then, speaking of not caring, though, we got this match. It was literally a match to say, "Ooh wee, look what I can do, mommy."
You're right.
You know how I got a 2-year-old nephew. Man out here be like, look what I can do, uncle. He can't talk, but he be smiling with a big old smile. Like, look what I can do. That's what this match was. It was like, look what I can do. Look what I can do. And the difference between that and my nephew, I actually like looking at my nephew.
Right.
Stuff. I didn't care for this. And I didn't care for the post-match stuff either. At all. Even Eddie Kingston coming out didn't really. I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. anything involving Sammy and Ty and now Anna JAS, I guess they was calling her. I don't care for it. Because I saw someone put on Twitter and I agree 100%. They said Anna J is good to look at, but then when she talk, she hurts my ears. She can't. It'll probably get better over time, but when she cuts a promo, it's so lifeless. It sounds like she's reading a fucking script.
Oh, dang.
And I literally said, okay, next. And then we got a promo from Dan Garcia backstage. I'm trying to tell y'all this right now. You heard it here first. You heard it on Twitter first, and you're going to hear it. Dan Garcia should get a t-shirt design that simply says hater first of his name. Because that man is a hater. He woke up a hater. That's literally is. He should take Jamie Hayter's last name and call himself Daniel Garcia Hater. He just woke up hating. He just hate. And then we get this promo from Jack Perry, Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
That man lost. He lost the plot real quick. That man lost. He lost every plot available, and I was like, this is going somewhere.
Christian Cage, you are the biggest pussy I have ever met in my entire life.
Sir, just like I told Roosh at the top of the program, this is a Wendy's. Language. What are you doing?
This is a Wendy. Language.
And then he said the reason why you tripping about some money is because your wife divorced your ass. I'm like, damn.
Man.
Wait, y'all just hitting below the belt with this shit.
Hey, well,
but you started, Christian.
You started it.
I don't really feel too bad.
How do you expect? You think I'm just gonna let you ride with that and not say nothing?
But no, my question is when I saw them make their entrance, why Luchasaurus still wearing the black? I don't trust that man.
Right.
Like, bro,
when he came out, I was like, okay, so when we getting rid of this mask?
When we getting rid of the whole tire? The whole tire is
that
black.
Thing too, like the whole tire is black. When are we getting rid of
whatever this?
When we gonna give him a whole new look? Like I want to see the man's face. What's up? Like,
oh, we seen his face. It's not that intimidating. It's just he just big.
I don't care. Like I just lose it. Lose all that.
The reason why I said he's still wearing this attire, when he was with Jungle Boy as a babyface, he wore green, but now you're still with the black. I'm torn. Are you gonna swerve us again and have him? I played you all along type deal, or like, well, Christian Cage obviously interrupted, and it kind of got personal. So basically,
they were just talking back to back, and then he stopped talking. Then he heard Christian talk. He was like, wait. Then Jungle Boy kept talking again. He's like, wait, and I was like,
hold up. He's like, hold up.
I was like, man, like y'all just at this point, it's really personal now because both of y'all trying to overtalk each other.
Yeah, I'm interested in the match. It's personal. It's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna happen. If it's not gonna happen at that special show, it's probably gonna happen at All Out, and we're gonna get a resolution to this, and hopefully they build to something else after that. And then after that, they teased, like we talked about, these gorgeous trios titles. That looks like the WCW World title from back in the 80s. They are building. They're teasing. I'm guessing they're teasing. Like I said earlier, they're teasing Heyman and the Young Bucks. And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of want to see it.
I do too.
Yeah, I'm like, I kind of want to see it. And obviously, next up we get this match: Swerve Strickland in the handicap match versus Smart Mark Sterling and Tony Nese. And they finally listened to They finally listened to us. They remixed Swerve's theme song to where it doesn't have a slow build for his entrance. They just, whose house? Swerve's house, top rope,
Right.
catch up. It goes straight into the beat. It doesn't do the intro where it's like a smooth building. They just say just drop the beat and just go with it. I'm cool with that. Y'all finally got it right. And then they setting up Tony Nese and Josh Woods to challenge Keith Lee and Swerve for the titles. All these tag teams they got, and that's the tag team y'all got to challenge them first. Ew. And then we got the NXT. No, I'm about to say the NXT, but we got the AEW Women's World Championship defense between Thunder Rosa and me. I don't want to butcher her name.
Mitsu
Miyu.
Gosh.
Ooh, we don't want to butcher this name at all.
I'm not gonna butcher it. Just put it out. I'm not gonna butcher it. Yamashita.
Yamashita. Oh, It probably isn't that.
Yamashita.
We're not gonna, and it's probably not even pronounced that. That's the funny thing about it.
It might not be.
That's the beauty behind it.
If I'm right, then
we're not gonna be like JR and just try to butcher these names. But
right.
Go out of your way to check this match out. It was heavy hitting. They literally left it all
good. Yeah,
I actually saw her in DPW. I believe it was one of the DPW shows. So that's what I'm saying. They be building big shows with big names like that. She's a big name in Japan. So check this match out. I was expecting some shenanigans or something, like outside interference or something, but they went straight out. And I was like, these ladies are cooking. Like they were cooking. And then we got the main event. It was Danielson's comeback match, Bryan Danielson versus Daniel Garcia. And I am telling you this right now, the outcome that we got, I was not expecting that outcome at all. They was telling the story of Danielson. I guess he's not 100% after getting choked out by Jericho and Jake Hager at Anarchy in the Arena match. So that was what they're doing. And I was expecting him to make a comeback, but Daniel Garcia forced him to pass out to the submission to pick up the win. But I'm telling you this right now, who asked for Jericho on commentary is what I'm trying to figure out. This man was just talking. And I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. He tried to call this dude a mark. I'm like, bro, ooh, insider terms, edgy. Just shut up. But they gave Daniel Garcia the rub, and I'm here for it. I was like, like I said, I'm sold on Daniel Garcia. I'm always going to be a fan of Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan, whatever you want to call him. So I'm interested in what they're going to do in the future, and they ended the show like that. Like, obviously, it was outside interference because Jake Hager grabbed Bryan's foot on the bottom, underneath the apron, and then Garcia took advantage with a pile driver into the Scorpion, or I should say sharpshooter, where he wrenches back, and Bryan passed out. He didn't tap out. He passed out from the pain. And that was AEW Dynamite. It was a solid episode of Dynamite. I didn't hate it at all. Now, before we get on to our speed round before we move on to the top chopper with the Bandit segment, let's give a speed round for SummerSlam. SummerSlam goes down this weekend. And the reason why we're doing the podcast now instead of Saturday is mainly because it's our main day, but also because your boy is going to be in Nashville watching SummerSlam in the arena. Will it be ass? I don't know. I'm there for the vibes. I'm there for the good. I'm there to have a good time.
I'm there for the vibes.
I'm there for
the
seats I got is like on the corner. Like it's like I'm up top, but I'm like on the side of the stage. I believe on the opposite side. I'm probably on a hard cam side, but up top. So I'm like, I'll look at the screen or the big old Tron. I'm just there hanging with my boys and we're just gonna have a good time. We more than likely, I'm probably gonna take my equipment with me. So we'll probably record a live review, not a live, like we'll probably record our thoughts and just chop it up there. And that will portray as next week's episode. And then we'll be right back the week after with our regularly scheduled program with Suela and your purveyor of mischief, Gresh, basically. But I'm gonna pull up the match card for SummerSlam because it's literally looking like it's basically WrestleMania rematch field.
That's what it feels like.
with a
That
sprinkle
feels like a whole WrestleMania remix.
with a sprinkle of WrestleMania Backlash. That's what it feels like to me. It's like WrestleMania Backlash.
Remix.
Like the only match that I haven't seen before is literally the Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey and Happy Corbin versus Pat McAfee and Logan Paul and The Miz.
Yeah, I think it's Logan Paul and The Miz. Sounds like I'm taking orders right now. It's trying to bring back memories every time I put this headset on. Man, I am ready for SummerSlam though. But here's the funny part about this, ladies and gentlemen. Gresh texted me earlier today and literally said, we may or may not have an extra ticket. But keep in mind, I've texted this man days before, and I literally told him that I have a wedding to go to that day.
Hey,
I mean, different. If one of my uncles didn't have a wedding that day, I would have went. Like I was like,
I'm telling you, hey, I have to cover my own ass because whenever I don't bring nothing up to women, they always be like, "Well, why didn't you tell me?" Don't say I didn't tell you.
That's funny. Like, what do you mean? Like, I did tell you.
No, I'm talking about me. Like, if I say, "Oh, wait, I had an extra ticket, you could have came," then you'll be like, well, "Why you didn't bring it up? Why you didn't tell me?" Well, but you said you had a wedding. Well, I cover my own ass. I knew you had a wedding.
Like,
I know you had a wedding. I'm just saying I cover my own as a brother, as a man who covers their own ass when it comes to women. Don't matter who you are or what you is in my life. I cover my own ass, and I tell you. I say, hey, I got an extra ticket. So if you decide to skip this wedding, you can come with us. But if you don't say I didn't offer you.
Right. I told one of my friends, I said, I would give that. I was like, I would give my brother that. At least he already know, but it's not like he didn't, he didn't offer it.
I'm like, at least I didn't. Hey, I offered. I offered. But the first match we're gonna talk about is obviously the main event. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Last man standing, last time ever is they say. And the more time they say last time ever, the more times I don't believe it's the last time. Who you going with? I already know it's Roman Reigns. Both of us picking Roman.
Yes.
All right, we both picking Roman.
I'm cool as much as I really love Brock. I respect Brock, but it's like, okay, I'm just tired. I'm just tired.
And we're going to keep it to the undisputed titles. Smackdown and Raw undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. The Usos versus the Street Profits with Jeff Jarrett as the special guest referee.
I think Jeff Jarrett going to get popped in this match.
Oh, yeah, you know it is. Shenanigans.
Yeah, like, he going to get popped.
I expect the Usos to retain.
Yeah, I do expect the Usos to retain. I do. However, if the Street Profits do end up getting it, I'm not gonna be mad.
Yeah, it's like I want both of these teams to have fun. That's what it is.
I ain't gonna be mad.
So as my official pick, I'm just gonna go off the shoot from the hip. The Street Profits to win.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna go with the Usos.
Yeah.
Basically.
I'll go with the Usos.
All right. Keeping it to the titles.
Lashley.
Get that bitch ass theory out of here. We don't even gotta move on. We ain't gotta move on.
Have to hesitate.
Move on, Lashley. Becky Lynch versus challenging Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. I'm going with Bianca.
I'm going with Bianca. Cause y'all need to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Again.
You saw
Bianca. This time we at SummerSlam again.
It better not be 26
seconds. It better not be no 26 seconds this time either.
That's all I'm saying. Obviously, did you see on Raw that Becky almost pulled her braid out? Because everybody and their mama know Bianca's braid is attached. Her hair is pretty long by itself, but they just added extra length at the end.
Right.
That braid almost slipped off when she pulled her over the top rope. I'm like, ooh.
Man, just stop touching people braids.
So yeah, that's gonna be that. And then obviously this match is canceled, so there's no point in predicting that. This match, Logan Paul versus The Miz. The purpose of this match is because Logan Paul says The Miz has tiny balls.
Mm.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. After what happened on Raw, I expect Logan Paul to win.
Logan Paul? Dang.
Yeah. Oh, you going with The Miz?
I was going with The Miz. I'm just tired of Logan Paul.
He's gonna be around for a while because he signed.
I know.
So there's that. And then so we split down the middle again. You picked The Miz. I picked Logan Paul. And then we got this match. Happy Corbin versus Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee.
Yeah,
give me Pat.
Yeah, give me Pat because I'm over it. I'm over that shit.
All right.
And then we got this match. The Judgment Day versus the Mysterios in a tag team match. And basically a rematch from Raw because we saw this match on Raw.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm guessing the Mysterios again.
The Mysterios.
Yeah, so we both picked the Mysterios because I'm guessing the Mysterios again because unless it's some shenanigans happens and the Judgment Day win, I don't know. But that's who I really picked, if I'm being honest with you. Making sure I didn't miss any match. Yeah, I missed one match. That is Liv Morgan defending the SmackDown Women's Championship against Ronda Rousey. I'm about to go with our girl.
Yeah, in a way, it was kind of hard for me at first, but I'm gonna go with Liv to retain this time.
I was unless there's a heel turn with Ronda.
Yeah.
And she screws Liv.
Then that's different.
But for like if they just want to go straight up, or unless they say the heel turn for after the match, but yeah, I'm picking Liv. I gotta go with Liv. That's all I'm saying.
Acknowledge me.
All right. This is a part of the show where we chop it up with the Bandit. Take it away.
Okay, so let's see. Young Dolph's birthday was today too. He would have been 37 today if he was still living. So RIP to that legend. If y'all don't know who Young Dolph is, I think maybe it's more of an Atlanta thing. That's what I'm thinking. But for people that don't know,
I don't even think is he from here?
I don't. He might be, or he might not be. Hold on.
I feel like everybody claims Atlanta, but not really from here. So
of course not. No, I'm sorry. He's from Chicago, but as far as his music was known like worldwide, especially here, like more dominant here than anything. But yeah, like if you guys know who that is, like he would have been 37 years old this year. Also, there is a UFC fight happening. I want to say this Saturday as well. It will be Amanda Nunes versus Pena. I forgot her first name just that fast. But hopefully that'll be a good match. Hopefully.
That's the same day as SummerSlam.
Yeah, now that's why I'm like, dang, like I got 3 events happening at one time, and all the events I really love to do, like really love to enjoy the 10. But my God, like why y'all gotta have it on the same day? Like it's like now I have a feeling I'm gonna be watching like 2 things at one time. So like I could be at the reception and enjoying myself, but at the same time have my phone like in my hand. And just be looking at SummerSlam and the fight at the same time because at this point I gotta do something. Super Pets comes out tomorrow, July 29th, starring Dwayne "Rock" Johnson and Kevin Hart. I think that's gonna be pretty good. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see it yet, but in the event, if I happens. No, I'm sorry. I take that back. It's not tomorrow. It's Friday. Right. I had to think This Wednesday. Sorry, but yeah, it comes out Friday. So
Tomorrow, 'cause
also,
y'all see this
tomorrow.
y'all see this Thursday, so it comes out tomorrow.
It
She was
comes
right.
out
She was right.
yeah, July 29th. So yeah, please make sure if you want to take kids out to go see that, go see that. Also, I do recommend y'all please be safe out here. If you're driving, please don't drive drunk. If you are sober, please have common sense when you are driving on the road, especially on these freeways out here, because there has been a couple accidents. I want to say lately. I want to say probably the day before yesterday or yesterday, like a woman ended up getting ejected out of her car. So, just please and wear your seatbelt. Like, I can't stress that enough. Anyway, other than that, if you see something suspicious, report it. Don't sit here and just let it fly by.
Don't
like
be a
it's
superhero either. If you
right.
ain't
And don't
equipped,
be yeah, please.
if you're not
Like,
equipped, don't get your ass beat or shot or killed. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's just be real. And speaking of Kevin Hart, did you hear that? Did you see how he was trending this morning? Or
yeah, I
yesterday?
did.
Go to a nudist colony. Like once a year, we go to a nudist colony.
What's going on?
Yeah, that's
we go to a place where like you walk in, everybody just gets naked and walks
I heard you
around.
said
I didn't know if you knew this.
No, I'm just asking you what's going on.
Okay, yeah, so we go to the nudist colony, and you know we just kind of go around. You got to shave everything and show out, and especially when you shave your shit, it looks bigger because you gain inches from no hair.
Back up for a second. I just want to get clarity. Y'all just hanging out, or y'all fucking these people? Like, what's that?
No, there are swingers there, but you set the precedent.
I get
when
that.
you get
I don't know why you're not listening to me. I want to know, what do you, y'all? So y'all get down? Is what you're saying?
It's kind of the question, but we don't get down, but we just like to be around naked people together.
You see what I'm doing, bro? I'm out of
Hey,
there.
that's y'all two conversations.
Yeah.
I'm a
Okay,
happy
so
to
they
have.
We just like to be around naked people. The one thing that gets me.
You hear what you're saying out loud, brother?
I hear what I'm saying out loud. The one thing that gets me is just eating. Like breakfast.
What you eating, Chan?
I don't want, there at the buffet, your dick's by my eggs. I don't want your dick by my eggs. I eat coochie. I don't want coochie by my eggs, even though I eat coochie and eggs. This is my Kevin Hart delivery.
Yeah, I'm still at the point of you just saying we just like to be around naked people.
You don't like to be around naked people?
Be honest with you, I have no desire to be around a bunch of people I don't know just sitting there naked. That's what I said.
But some people, but the women, you better strip club.
I'm willing to bet. As a matter of fact, I'm willing to bet a good number. It ain't a lot of put together people going to these women saying.
Some things are better left in the fucking vault. Keep it to yourself.
I don't need to know all that. Let me explain something to y'all. They say that marriage is a sacred institution, right? That's what they say. I don't know, because I've never been married before. However, like I said, they say that marriage is a sacred institution. If me and my husband, if that's our thing, don't share that with the world. That's none of nobody's business. That stays at home. That's between you and your spouse. Nobody else needs to know that, especially somebody who does not know y'all personally. And even if they did know y'all personally, they don't know everything. Some stuff is not meant to be told to everybody.
Listen to me clear. If it's between you two, I don't need to know that shit.
Right.
Why are you telling me?
That's none of my business.
There's not enough bro code in the world for me to tell you I'm fucking everybody in the world. That's between me, myself, and the higher power.
Exactly.
They ain't got shit to do with you.
To do with you. No respect.
No, bruh. Kevin Hart was like, bro, I'm stuck on you walking around.
The fact that y'all do that. Like he was like, wait, hold on.
Yeah,
Because he was already trying to process the fact that the man said we go to a nudist
and the
college.
sad thing is, he was adding shit on what they was doing. He was
Yeah,
still stuck on y'all walking around with naked people.
Like, hold on. Before you hit me with all this, I'm still trying to process the one thing you already done told me. I'm not even ready for the other stuff yet. But the fact that you just told me that, like, come on, man. Wait. I didn't ask y'all all that. I'm just trying to wait. Like, wait, y'all both married and y'all both go to this? This what y'all do? Like, I ain't asked the other stuff what y'all doing there. I ain't getting to that part yet. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what program are you on in your mind to make you talk to your spouse and be like, oh, babe, let's do this. Let's go here.
Sir, at the end of the, because there's no explaining this, but I'm pretty sure by the time you got to the crib, your wife did the following.
No, we got it. Shut the fuck up. What I do?
Literally, some things you just need to shut the fuck up.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Oh my God.
You be telling everybody that.
But
now everybody know now.
Now everybody know.
It's too late.
It's too late now. We know too much. We know too fucking much.
Because somebody don't know how to be quiet.
I'll mention the pink sauce lady update. Apparently, she don't know what the fuck FDA means. So if y'all still buying pink sauce from this heifer, that's on you. That is your fault. I don't know what to tell you, but she said she don't know what the F in FDA stands for.
Yeah, great. That's the. You know
that's
what?
A perfect time to.
That's the
perfect exit.
That's the clue right there.
That is the perfect exit.
Hint, hint.
For today's podcast as well, because god damn it, stupidity just pissed me all the way off. And Gresh do the sign off. Oh yeah, that's me. Fuck it, y'all got me all discombobulated. So make sure you guys continue to run up them interviews that I dropped. BDE, Deontay DDJ, Tyler El Guapo, Ruthless Lala, Chris Danger / Dinkops. Make sure you guys run them up, and make sure you follow us on social media at Josh Gresham ORG. Suela, as well as at Rebel Suela the Bandit. She has a lot of ats, but you can also get us all on all these social medias at solo.to/Gresh, as well as solo.to/Suela. All of our links are in those links as well. As you can also check out the podcast itself at Gresh Unleashed on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as YouTube. We everywhere. We run this thing up. Twitch, everywhere. You listen to us, make sure you hit that subscribe and follow button, because it helps the podcast out immensely. And with that being said, make sure you guys subscribe to us on the podcast, on wherever you listen to your podcast, and make sure you give us some ratings. Like, if you enjoy the podcast, make sure you give us some 5-star ratings, because we need the numbers so people can know what we do around here. And we just vibing about wrestling and sports and all that good stuff. We mainly do wrestling, but we try to sprinkle in some real life shenanigans so we can get you guys alive just to laugh with us. And with that being said, make sure you guys check us out right back here next week. I'm going to SummerSlam. She's going to a wedding that I did not forget, but she thinks I did.
No, I don't think you did.
But we're going to be right back here.
Though, so I do appreciate
exactly. So now she won't have to hold it against me. Why you didn't offer me shit to SummerSlam? I did. You just was busy. I cover my own ass. That's all I'm saying. But we'll be right back here.
Who's your daddy for me? Please do that, because I'm screaming there at home. Like,
who's your daddy? Hell yeah. And with that,
that's gonna be nice.
And as always, make sure you guys stay safe out here in the world of unknown. But as your purveyor of mischief, as well as the Queen of Rebels herself, we have to remind you of the one known, and that is you are appreciated, especially by us. And remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out, beep, breezy.